Decades ago, Gail Armstrong, who later became a state representative, was faced with a no-win situation.
I wasn't willing to let that baby be in danger, and that baby was in danger. And it was obvious to me, but it wasn't obvious to CYFD.
Armstrong's brother had a baby. Both parents, she says, were drug addicted. Her brother ended up in jail, so she wanted to take care of her niece.
CYFD told me to give the baby back.
CYFD wanted to put the child in the care of her mother. Armstrong never gave the child back despite being told to do so.
But you broke the law.
I did. I did. I broke the law. I basically tricked her mother, is what I did, and I broke the law. Because I knew giving her back, she would have been abandoned. She possibly could have died. She could have been molested. God only knows.
Armstrong's niece is now 18 and works as a phlebotomist and is hoping to go to college. Her father is now clean.
But she is a beautiful young woman and really, really smart. And I guarantee you she was probably born drug addicted.
Armstrong is now a state representative and is one of several bipartisan legislators who tried to pass more than 30 pieces of legislation to change CYFD last session.
Every bill except for the one that got through got held up in a committee somewhere, whether it be on the Senate side or the House side. It got held up in a committee.
For Armstrong, things got heated during this hearing.
Have there been any babies that were significantly injured or died?
This part of the hearing was about CARA. In 2016, the federal government passed the Comprehensive Addiction and Recovery Act. Part of the law required the U.S. Department of Human Services to develop plans for the safe care of infants born with substance abuse disorders.
Mr. Chairman, that's too many. And there needs to be guardrails. And it makes me sick.
Thank you, Rick. We're going to continue.
New Mexico passed its own CARA Act, but according to Marilyn Beck with New Mexico Child First Network, it missed its mark.
The implementation of CARA under state law since 2019 has been our single greatest failure yet.
New Mexico's CARA law got rid of the requirement that a hospital had to notify CYFD if a baby was born addicted or to an addicted parent. Instead, the law required hospital staff to give them a plan of care and send them home. Since the law was enacted, there have been 3,800 babies sent home with their parents. Armstrong and other legislators were trying to pass a bill that would actually allow the state to take a child into custody if born drug addicted.
And so the question I asked was, how many babies have died under the CARA plan? And no one knew the answer. They were whispering to each other. No one, wouldn't you think you would know that answer? Mm-hmm. It just infuriated me that they didn't know the answer. Ended up the answer was 9. And I said, that's 9 too many. And I couldn't control my emotions and got up and walked out. Because why would you not know that answer? You're there to protect the children of New Mexico. And 9 babies are in the ground. And I'm sure there's more now.